Hello.
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 Oh, you started recording.
Oh yeah, I did.
I just thought you were saying hi.
Welcome to MapjStudios.
So today, last year, backtrack a little bit. We did a thing where we reacted to the Oscars nominees. I, at least, know much less about the Emmys and TV in general than I do movies. I'm working on catching up. What about you all?
I think I'm usually more on top of the Emmys, but I don't know. I kind of got started watching old shows and now I'm here. But I think the studio should negotiate with the writers. That's all I have to add.
That would
Yeah,
be
I think
nice.
we're up to date on the things that I think are gonna win. And it's a little hard because the things I've watched, like about like 4 out of 7 of them, I want to say, of like the shows I have like, just, like good memories of watching, I think absolutely should win. So the other shows that I'm gonna hate on are shows that I probably haven't watched. And so my deepest apologies to everybody involved with those shows because I'm gonna be unfair to you for no reason.
You should apologize.
This is fascinating. What I've done is I was very behind on shows. Like when I decided to start this, I've watched about two shows that I think are going to be in this race. So I spent the last few months marathoning as much as I can. And I'm not quite there yet. I still have about four shows left. And this is an ultimate test for me because if my predictions are wrong, that means most of this marathon was for nothing. So I have a personal stake in it. I am but a vehicle in which media passes through now. I am not a person who can think anymore.
I mean, there's a lot of really high quality prestige television this year, though. It remains to see if that'll stay that way with HBO burning down to the ground. But Off Dome, Secession, Barry, and The Last of Us are probably going to be featured pretty heavily.
Should we start with best guest actress in a drama? Do you want to guess shows?
I assume I'm trying to imagine ensemble casts. So maybe The Last of Us, since it looks like each episode's dealing with like different people. That's probably gonna be in there. The Crown, maybe. Like I've seen 8 episodes of that, and that seems like the kind of thing that would have a lot of guests eligible.
I'm, I guess I'm trying to think of which guest on The Last of Us.
Okay. So first we have Hayam Abbas from Succession, who played Marcia Roy.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That tracks.
Yeah. Then we have Cherry Jones, who played Nan Pierce,
Also, Secession. Yeah.
also from Succession.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I'll go ahead and tell you the two shows in this category are Succession and The Last of Us.
Wait, there aren't any others?
No, there were three from each show.
Like Zaslav at Warner Brothers should look at this list and reconsider a lot of decisions he's been making.
How
Or
many nominees are there?
6.
Okay, that's
Uh,
still crazy. No one from Better Call Saul.
so we also have Melanie Lysinski from The Last of Us, who played Kathleen, I
That's
believe.
that's who I was thinking. She was phenomenal.
Okay.
Mark, you haven't gotten to that episode yet, but she's really good.
It's something to look forward to.
And we also have Storm Reed, who I actually can't find the character's name. Riley.
Oh, yep. Yep. She was phenomenal too. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, she's in Euphoria. That's not related to this, but I I haven't seen the show yet.
I,
I was
I
in
I
Euphoria.
totally forgot about her. Yeah, no, she deserves a nom. I forgot about that episode entirely.
So we also have Anna Torv from The Last of Us, who was
Tess.
Tess.
So I thought that Tess might not get the guest nom because I thought she was like more present in the show, but in hindsight, I think that makes sense. But yeah, no, because Kathleen was like on my radar as like probably my guess for The Last of Us's nom. I just completely forgot about Left Behind, the episode. Like just completely vanished from my memory, and she absolutely deserves the nom. She killed that. Like really heartbreaking if you haven't watched it.
And last nom was Harriet Walter from Succession, who played Lady Caroline Collingwood.
Oh, she's a good one too.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts you want to add before we move on to comedy series?
I think the Last of Us noms are frankly better, like stronger than the Succession noms here. That's not a knock on Succession, but a testament to the Last of Us.
Yeah, like it seems a little silly that's only between two shows, but I don't know, it kind of makes sense. I haven't seen The Last of Us, but that seems well suited for cameos and guests. And I have seen Succession, and I do like all three of those very much.
We're going to move on to comedy.
Yeah.
Okay, this is something that I actually have seen the shows from. So we have Becky Ann Baker from Ted Lasso. Do you know who she played? She played Ted's mom.
Yeah, that was my guess. Okay.
Yeah. We have
Okay.
Hunter Benson who guest hosted Saturday Night Live and killed it. And then we have Taraji P. Henson from Abbott Elementary. We have Judith Light from Poker Face. Sarah Niles from Ted Lasso, who I believe played the therapist. And Harriet Walter from Ted Lasso. So making a double feature for comedy and dramas, Harriet Walter. And I believe she played Rebecca's mom, but this is going off of a few hours of memory.
Okay, I gotta be honest. The fact that they nominated, I forgot her name, who played the therapist, that seems weird to me because she's barely in the show.
Yeah.
Like, even for a guest, she had 2 minutes of total runtime. But there's someone from Poker Face, right? One that gives me hope Poker Face got in.
Yes, Judith Light. Sorry.
Judith Like.
She played terrorist Irene.
Really?
It's funny to me that the name they put for her online is just terrorist Irene, not Irene, terrorist Irene.
It's accurate.
Mark, is that her first name in the show?
No.
That's kind of a shame. A missed opportunity.
It's just a point of identity. I get kind of a spoiler. So, like, oof, Emmys.
Should we move on to best guest actor in a drama?
Yes. Nick Offerman. Nick Offerman for the win.
Yeah, thoughts?
This is this for guest. It's got to be Nick Offerman.
All right. So I will again say the nominees are from the same two shows, Succession and The Last of Us. And I will go ahead and say, yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you that Nick Offerman is on the list.
He has to be.
There's also Murray Bartlett from The Last of Us, Lamar Johnson from The Last of Us, and I think Kevon Montreal Woodard from The Last of Us. And then we have two from Succession, which is James Cromwell and Arian Moayed.
Yeah.
Okay, I know who the Succession people are. Oh, James Cromwell absolutely deserved.
So you haven't gotten to this episode, but yeah, Kevon Montreal Woodard is the youngest, as I think the youngest ever nominated in the category. I think Nick Offerman probably should win, but like, Kevon does a really, really good performance as well.
All right. Comedy?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have thoughts and guesses on either actors or shows?
I think Leslie Odom Jr. is going to be in from Abbott Elementary. He played like the charter school guy.
Was there any good male SNL host this time?
Yes, but I won't comment on that.
Pedro Pascal. I love Pedro Pascal's episode. So here's to Pedro Pascal.
All right. So I'm going to tell you now, there is only one show that had 2 actors nominated from this, and it is not one that you've listed so far. It is The Bear, from which we had John Bernthal and Oliver Platt.
Oh.
So moving from there.
Oh, that makes sense. I have a feeling I know who this is.
Yeah. So going from there, we have Luke Kirby for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Oh, deserved.
Yeah. We don't get into thoughts yet, but yes. Nathan Lane from Only Murders in the Building. And Sam Richardson. Yeah. Sam Richardson from Ted Lasso, who plays Edwin Akufo.
Oh, yeah.
He was funny.
He's also very good as Richard Splett in Veep. That's not relevant, but you guys should watch Veep.
Did I already say Pedro Pascal from SNL? I think I did.
Oh, you did not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a 6.
Okay, well, he's also there. What was that?
No one from Poker Face?
No, and no one from Abbott either, though I really agree I did like Leslie Odom Jr.
Terrorist Irene got in, but no. Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
this is like a loosening of the Hamilton / Lin-Manuel Miranda hold on Hollywood.
Pedro Pascal isn't gonna get it for Last of Us, so I think he should get it for SNL.
So I'm gonna go with Luke Kirby from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I think he's been like continuously killing it in his role as Lenny Bruce like the whole time. And I think I think he's just done such a stellar job. And I think his role was also super relevant to like the last season and the finale as a whole. And I think like his ability to get into character and his ability to make the audience feel very deep emotion, like makes the finale as poignant as it is. And if it weren't for him and his like acting, I think it would be a little less impactful. We have best directing for a comedy series.
Ooh, okay. We're gonna do stuff I'm interested in. All right. So Bill Hader from Barry is my pick to win, hands down. But then again, last year Ted Lasso beat Bill Hader on
Which
his
was
best directed episode. So it could still be Ted. They really liked the Ted Lasso style.
but like that's just generic ass like comedy direction. It's not like it's okay. It's probably better than like the average comedy, but it's like Bill Hader's direction is genuinely some of the best direction of like film we've seen recently. It's high art.
Yeah, I am kinder to Ted Lasso. I think it's very like smartly directed. They use it for lots of punchlines, like it's very nice, but definitely no comparison to how Barry is put together. I also have a soft spot. I'm
Yeah, I
not
mean
sure if
like
it's gonna be in there for Only Murders in the Building. I think that's a pretty well directed show. Oh, The Bear should also be in there.
yeah, that's the other thing I was thinking is the Bears probably gonna get a nom or two, but um, I mean, Bill Hader's gonna be nominated and he better win.
I'm getting scared now.
So we do, in fact, have Bill Hader for Barry. We have Christopher Storer from The Bear. We have Amy Sherman Palladino for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Oh,
We
she's
have
good.
Mary Lou Belly. Yeah. Mary Lou Belly for The Miss Pat Show. Declan Lowney for Ted Lasso. And Tim Burton for Wednesday.
Oh, I get, honestly, Tim Burton's pretty good with Wednesday from what I've seen. I haven't seen the show yet.
I don't think anybody did anything as good as Barry.
I agree. I really think he should win. I'm not sure if he is.
If he doesn't win, my guess would be Amy Sherman Palladino for Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
She did direct the heck out of the entirety of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. My vote is
Yeah.
still Bill Hader, but like, I hope she won some director nod throughout her tenure there. She was very good.
Directing for a drama series.
Ooh, so I think Succession's gonna be on there, and I can pinpoint which episode it's gonna be for, specifically Connor's wedding.
Which director is that?
I think it's Mark Mylod. I think someone from Better Call Saul had better be on there. I think it's Vince Gilligan.
Do you
Or
have a sense
Peter
for which
Holt.
episode?
Honestly, the last two episodes in general are like brilliantly. Oh no, but the okay, I'm hedging my bets and going with Vince Gilligan because of all the three episodes I can imagine them nominating, two of them were directed by Vince, so hedging my bets.
I think Andor might get a nom here.
Ooh.
Have you seen Andor, Mark?
I have very recently. It is
Yeah,
very well done.
yeah. I've been a Star Wars fan since I was a kid, and especially the last few years of the some of the movies have been more of like a guilty pleasure rather than like this is art. But Andor, like there's some episodes of Andor that I'd stack as like some of the best episodes of TV this year.
Ooh. I want to get your thoughts on that later. I might need your help with my write-up, but I have seen Andor, and I did think it was very well directed. I don't
Yeah.
see it winning. It doesn't seem to like drip style or anything, but
Well,
it
so
was very well done.
I think the episode No Way Out might.
Oh yeah. The entire arc was very
Um,
good.
No, I'm sorry. I think The Last of Us is probably going to get nominated, and I think there's maybe a House of the Dragon angle here.
Maybe. The one I really need to see is either Vince Gilligan or Peter Hold from Better Call Saul. I think that's the best directed show currently running, period. Well, no, Barry's up in the drama category.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay. So we have Andor, directed by Benjamin Caron.
Ooh.
We have Bad Sisters, directed by Deirdre Walsh. We have The Last of Us, directed by Peter Hoare. Succession, directed by Andrzej Parek. Succession, directed by Mark Mylod. Okay. And Succession, directed by Lorian Scafaria. That's right, 3 Successions. And finally, White Lotus, directed by Mike White.
No, wait, hold up. There's no Better Call Saul?
No.
That's a little... And I have to be honest, Succession's direction doesn't always do it for me. Better Call Saul is consistently phenomenally directed. I think this might be just because I don't really like the Succession style of like zooms and like editing and stuff. It just weirds me out sometimes. But Better Call Saul has been really cinematic its entire run through.
I think my thing is I do like the Succession style. I think it fits with Succession specifically. I don't see any other show replicating it, but works with Succession. And I think it should have gotten 1, maybe 2 episodes in there. But 3 or 4 Successions and no Better Call Saul is an atrocity. I can't believe the Emmys is making me root against Succession, which I think just released the best season of television, period.
Really?
How do you do that?
The best ever?
Well, I know, like rough. Like I think it's at least in contention. It might be for me. I think season 4 Succession's like top tier television. Writing for drama series. I mean, it's also going to be Succession stacked.
Yeah. Okay, so I think No Way Out from Andor, but
honestly, I think the episode I just watched from The Last of Us, long time is going to get in.
What happens there again?
Nick Offerman one.
Oh yeah. That's probably gonna get it. Succession, probably Connor's wedding.
Absolutely.
Probably the finale.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna throw in a third one. It's also gonna be America Decides.
Those would be my guesses. Those are my guesses for the Succession pool. I would be fine if not all of them are nominated, because I think Better Call Saul has to get 1 or 2.
Better Call Saul needs something for my peace of mind.
I was so intrigued because I thought you had just given up on Better Call Saul getting a nod for anything.
Never.
I thought it broken your spirit. And I'm glad it didn't, because Better Call Saul actually got 2 nominations for this category. Yeah, one was for Gordon Smith with the episode Point and Shoot, and the other was for Peter Gould with the episode Saul Gone, as mentioned. In other episodes that you predicted, we have Craig Mazin from The Last of Us for Long Time. We have Beau Willimon for Andor with One Way Out. You said No Way Out, but it was One Way Out.
Okay.
And we have Jesse Armstrong with Succession for Connor's wedding. So the 2 you didn't predict were Sharon Horgan, Dave Finkel, and Brett Baer for Bad Sisters, and Mike White for The White Lotus.
We actually did pretty good on this one.
Yeah. Which one was the Succession episode? Connor's wedding?
It was Connor's wedding.
Yeah. I don't know if I disagree with Mark in saying Succession is the best, like season 4 is one of the best seasons of television of all time. Connor's wedding is probably at worst a top 5 episode of TV. So
yeah, no, Connor's wedding is incredible. Like that's well deserved. It almost feels weird to nominate for screenplay because it doesn't feel like it's written. But it was, and it's really impressive.
Right. Like it feels like it happened.
Let's do writing for a comedy series.
Barry.
Ooh, okay. So Barry's gonna get in for something, but I think I can afford to branch out a little bit. I think they're gonna stick to their series finales. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel's gonna get in for its finale. Ted Lasso's gonna get in on default for its finale. Abbott's gotta get something, right? I don't know.
Abbott's gonna get maybe the episode where it might be the season finale.
Oh
But
wait, there's that one where she gets yelled at by a parent, right?
she gets what?
She gets yelled at by a parent. I have a feeling that will get in. That kind of stood out to me when I was watching the show. The bear
Uh,
is gonna get
yeah.
something. I know it's either gonna be review again or the finale had like this big monologue that's probably worth something.
Who do you think should win out of the ones you mentioned so far?
For writing, a part of me wants to default to Barry, but I feel like if I was to yeah, I'm gonna go Barry. I'm gonna go with Wow. Like, it's weird because it's not like an emotional pick, but it's just a masterclass of dark comedy, and I feel like I have to reward it for that.
Yes. Okay. So we do have writing for Barry, for Bill Hader for the episode Wow. We have the bear. This is where it goes a little off the rails. Oh, we do have Ted Lasso for their finale episode. This is where it shifts from everything you guessed, and I am devastated to say that Abbott Elementary did not get a nomination for this category, which I think is,
Whoa, what?
I agree. So the other nominations that we had were the show Jury Duty,
Oh,
only yeah, only Murders in the Building, for the episode I Know Who Did It, which was, I will say, kind of a wild show or a wild episode. But I feel that also if that was nominated, Abbott should have been as well. And then we actually have the show The Other Two for the episode Carrie and Brooke Go to an AIDS Play.
Oh, that's a really good episode of TV. That's a really, really good episode of TV. It's not better than WoW, but it's a really, really good episode of TV.
I need to watch that show. Anything from Poker Face get in?
That is the end of the list.
Oh, oh,
So who do you think will win?
uh, um, this is kind of weird. Ted Lasso hasn't missed so far. It might be
Okay,
Ted
but this
Lasso.
this season was written poorly. Can we just be honest? It was written poorly. There was like a 7 episode stretch where there was no overarching plot.
Yeah, but even just counting the finale, which I think was a highlight of the season, even that, it's like I wouldn't give it the win, but it's either that or Barry Wow, and I'm not confident they're gonna go for Barry. Like it's such a unique tone that's not gonna work for everyone. Like Barry was pretty divisive this season, so it's not a safe bet to win by any means.
It was divisive.
Oh yeah, like I know a lot of people who like kind of fell off of Barry like starting to season 3 because it started getting darker.
I think the way that Barry turned from like a comedy into a really depressing drama, like I understand why it like lost people. I think those people are wrong. So with everything over all at once this year, like or with the Oscars, I kind of had a similar boat. Is it's like if you've watched all 8 of those movies, or 10, I think, you know that that's the movie that's best. You know it should win. And that's not a knock on for me. Tar was I think my second favorite, but like it's the Oscars' fault if they don't pick that and everybody kind of knows it's the best. And the Oscars kind of are if the Oscars don't pick that movie, it's bad for them because then it shows that they're not like with it, I guess. And it also sends a marker about what types of art we want to be produced. And so I want Barry to win because they took so many creative risks and just like nailed all of them, you know? And so I'd be disappointed if they went for Ted Lasso, which admittedly was very fun to watch for the first 2 seasons, but was a show I think characterized by its safeness and by its inoffensive nature.
And this is my brief soapbox pitch for the fact that I think that This Is Us should have gotten more nominations, and by more nominations, I mean any nominations for their last season, which was not this year. This was, I think, last year. But I'm still really mad about it. So if anyone has made it this far in the video, please share in my upset about, my little show, my little like weird, like suburban white mom show that I enjoy just because I like seeing the drama that happens. This Is Us. And I stand by it, and they deserved more in their final season. Thank you. We can move on to the actual shows from this year. Should we do supporting actor in a drama?
Tony Dalton.
Tom Wambsgans.
Oh yeah, Matthew McFadden.
Matthew McFadden, he's gonna win.
Yeah, he's gonna win. He's gonna win.
Do you want to make any other guesses, or are you just?
I mean, like, so I was thinking like Tony Dalton maybe for Lalo Salamanca and Better Call Saul.
He's really good, but he was really only in one episode because they're only counting the second half of season 6.
Yeah, but he was great in that episode. Maybe Giancarlo Esposito.
I feel like he's the safer bet. Yeah, I mean he's only in 2, but
I'm actually not sure if someone's gonna win it for Better Call Saul.
I feel like not in this category. I think Succession's going to get stacked like all across the board. Tom Wambsgans definitely getting in. From there, Alan Ruck from who plays Connor might be good. He actually had some good meaty scenes this season.
Yeah, I mean the other option is the king himself, Logan Roy, Brian Cox.
Yeah, I heard they're campaigning him in lead.
That seems a mistake to me.
Yeah, that seems like a mistake, but would imagine him being in supporting. Maybe Nicholas Braun, or maybe
in your Succession. I don't think it matters because you can just it matters for Brian Cox. I don't think he's going to get the nomination for lead just because there are too many talented leads.
Oh yeah, including from Succession, but and this is my kind of fingers crossed pick, and I know Succession's getting over-nominated, but I do want this over-nomination. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name now, but Mattson.
Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah, he's I really liked him. And season 4 he really got to shine.
My gut tells me that there are going to be other actors that probably deserve it more than he did, but I thought he did well.
Yeah, basically I have a lot of Succession stats for drama.
Okay, well that was a good impulse because the supporting actor category is split between Succession and White Lotus. Yeah. So
wait, no Esposito?
No. I know. No. So I'm gonna start with Succession. We have Nicholas Braun, we have Matthew McFadden, we have Alan Ruck, and we have Alexander Skarsgård. And then for White Lotus, we have F. Murray Abraham, Michael Imperioli, Will Sharp, and that's right, 4 from the Divergent movies himself, Theo James.
Wait, 4 people from White Lotus got in?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, McFadden's gonna win though.
McFadden's gonna win, and well deserved.
Well,
this is my controversial take, but I think he's the MVP of Succession acting wise. But okay, so supporting actress drama, my bets are Jennifer Coolidge from White Lotus to win. Honestly, throw in 3 other names in there. Best other bet is Audrey Plaza, White Lotus sweep.
Wait, this is supporting actress though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, Rhea Seehorn would be also lead, right?
Yeah, for sure. The person I was thinking strongly about, Betsy Brandt, who plays Marie Schrader in Better Call Saul.
Ooh, I feel like that's a cameo though. She would have been a guest.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but for me, her acting in those in the 2 or 3 episodes she was there gave such a tight emotional core to those episodes.
So we do in fact have Jennifer Coolidge from White Lotus.
Yes.
We have Elizabeth Debicki from The Crown.
Oh yeah, The Crown, of course.
We have Megan Faye from White Lotus. We have Sabrina Impacciatore. I went into that without actually reading it before, also from White Lotus. We have Aubrey Plaza from White Lotus. And we have Simona Tabasco from White Lotus. So we also have, as mentioned, Rhea Seehorn from Better Call Saul.
Wait, supporting?
Supporting.
All right.
And J. Smith Cameron from Succession.
J. Smith Cameron was... Let me scroll. Jerry.
Okay, that makes sense. Wait, Rhea Seahorn for supporting?
To be fair, she wasn't in. She was only in half of the episodes of the second half of season 6. I know it's a little bit of cheating, but like,
It just leaves a bad taste in my mouth that she's supporting.
Reminds me of the bad taste in my mouth when Mandy Moore didn't get a nomination for her phenomenal work in the last season of This Is Us. Should we go on to supporting actor in a comedy?
honestly, this category's a
Anthony
little
Carrigan.
thin,
Anthony
but
Carrigan.
Barry Boys, Harry Winkler and Anthony Carrigan.
Yep.
I don't think they're gonna win though. Honestly, I don't think Ted Lasso's gonna win either with Roy Kent. Like, not this year.
Carrigan though? Carrigan might win.
I don't know how much the Emmys are gonna like Barry. I think he deserves to win. Yeah, I think he especially deserves to win this season.
Yeah, because he was still hilarious, but he also like did an insane like dramatic performance too.
Nominations are Anthony Carrigan from Barry,
Good.
Phil Dunster from Ted Lasso, and Brett Goldstein from Ted Lasso, playing
Phil
Jamie
Dunster.
Tart and Roy Kent, respectively. James Marsden from Jury Duty.
Oh, great nom. Great nom.
Eben Moss Backrack from The Bear. I'm sorry if I just mispronounced that.
That's a good nom.
We also, as Mark predicted, Tyler James Williams from Abbott Elementary, and Henry Winkler from Barry.
I was really scared Abbott was gonna get snubbed again.
Nah, I am a little surprised that he is under supporting actor, but I get it now.
I think Winkler might win actually.
Winkler did win before.
Should we go on to actress in a comedy?
Yes, actress in a comedy. Let me scan through my options.
Supporting actress.
There's not an obvious winner in my. Oh, wait, Abbott. Abbott has someone. Maybe. Let me make sure I'm getting the right name here. Cheryl Lee Rolfe, who plays Barbara in Abbott Elementary.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
The woman in Barry. Nitish knows who I'm talking about.
The lead?
Yeah, but I think they're gonna put her in supporting.
Why?
Oh, we haven't gotten any shrinking support yet. Oh, but Harrison Ford didn't get in.
All right. We have Alex Borstein from Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Oh, I forgot about.
I was surprised you didn't say that.
Yeah, no, that's a good not. Oh my gosh, the dad didn't get in for supporting actor? Okay, sorry, let's move on.
I know, I'm sorry to tell you. Ayo Edebiri from The Bear.
Yeah.
We had Janelle James from Abbott Elementary and Cheryl Lee Ralph from Abbott Elementary.
Good.
Juno Temple from Ted Lasso and Hannah Waddingham from Ted Lasso.
I forgot. Okay, that makes sense.
As Keely and Rebecca.
Yeah.
And we have Jessica Williams from Shrinking.
Okay, so we did get someone from Shrinking.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Jessica Williams.
No one from Barry?
That is the end of the list.
Maybe she's in lead.
I don't think she could possibly be supporting.
Okay. The next one you will care very deeply about. It is Best Actor in a Drama.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna get Succession stacked once again. I just don't know if Jeremy Strong is gonna win or Kieran Culkin's gonna win. Jeremy Strong is a safe bet, but Kieran Culkin had a lot of moments to shine this season. He could do it, but those are the top two. Bob Odenkirk had better be on there, I swear. Pedro Pascal's also going to be in there. I'm willing to bet. Maybe Diego Luna from Andor.
I don't think Diego Luna from Andor. I think his performance was good, but I think he had the misfortune of being in a show with such an insane supporting cast, particularly Andy Serkis and Stellan Skarsgård, that I think his performance was overshadowed for me, at least.
Yeah, Andrew Serkis wasn't nominated for guest. Okay.
All right. We have Jeff Bridges from The Old Man. Ryan Cox from Succession. Kieran Culkin from Succession. Pedro Pascal from The Last of Us. Jeremy Strong from Succession. And Bob Odenkirk from Better Call Saul.
Bobby boy, all right.
Okay, should we move on to Best Actress in a Drama?
Yeah. Sarah Snook is going to be on there. Bella Ramsey.
I mean, the other person who absolutely better be on there is Rhea Seehorn from Better Call Saul.
She was in supporting.
She's already there.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That wasn't right.
We made it to Schmad all over again.
He blacked it out.
Oh, whoever plays the queen in The Crown.
For Best Actress in a Drama, we have Sharon Horgan from Bad Sisters, Melanie Linsky from Yellow
Oh, I
Jackets,
forgot about her, yeah.
Elizabeth Moss from The Handmaid's Tale, Bella Ramsey from The Last of Us,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Carrie Russell from The Diplomat, and Sarah Snook from Succession.
I'm fond of The Diplomat. I love Carrie Russell. I think this is an apology for snubbing her a bunch of times for The American and less of a nomination for The Diplomat. I don't think she got to exercise her acting chops as much as she did in The Americans.
Best actor in a comedy. Bill Hader, Jason Sudeikis, and Jeremy Allen White are the top three by far. Which one's going to win? Probably Jeremy Allen White, because it's a trauma performance and they put him in comedy. And he's also like electric, but Bill Hader's real good. Jason Sudeikis might win. Top three.
I'd be sad if Jason Sudeikis won. I think Jeremy Allen White and Bill Hader do so much more dramatically. I feel like kind of like lame hating against Ted Lasso, but I really don't think this season was their best.
So we have Bill Hader from Barry, Jason Sudeikis from Ted Lasso, and Jeremy Allen White from The Bear, just to get out the three you predicted. We also have Jason Segel for Shrinking and Martin Short for Only Murders in the Building.
Is Steve Martin in there from Only Murders in the Building?
He is not.
They broke them up?
I know.
I didn't know that was an option. I thought they were a package deal.
I saw this earlier today and I was surprised by that too. On the one hand, I was initially leaning toward like maybe Martin Short got to like show a little more acting and like do a different, I mean, the characters are both quite different, but I honestly feel like they both got to show off quite a bit in this last season. So I don't know. Best actress in a comedy?
Quinta Brunson.
Quinta Brunson, yeah.
Okay, the winner is going to be Sarah Goldberg or I Riot.
Okay. I'm just gonna read the list and then you can say your thoughts. We have Christina Applegate in Dead to Me, Rachel Brosnahan in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Quinta Brunson in Abbott Elementary, Natasha Lyonne in Poker Face, and Jenna Ortega in Wednesday.
Nitish, before you say anything, we're gonna have to jump into the new Zoom call, okay?
Oh no.
Just keep that all bottled up, buddy.
This is absurd. This is...
Oh my gosh.
The original version of the Ephraim paradox was, if God is just, then how come Sarah Goldberg was not nominated for Best Actress in a Comedy? This is ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. She was the best actor on that show for 4 seasons straight. And that was a stacked show. A really stacked show.
Oh, I will say, to step over Natish's anguish here, I am happy that Natasha Lyonne got in for Poker Face.
I know honestly very little about how the Emmys votes on things. I just kind of showed up to this call, but I am just gonna again point out it was the last season of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and it was not the last season of Abbott Elementary. I don't know if that's gonna like mean more or less to them, and I know she's won for Rachel Brosnahan has won for Maisel before. I'm just putting thoughts out there.
Is Sarah Goldberg one for Barry, Mark?
Let me see. No. And she's only been nominated once.
Really?
Do you want to move on to Best Limited Series? We have Beef, Dahmer, Daisy Jones and the Six, Fleischman is in Trouble, and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay, y'all. I have been a Star Wars fan since I was 3.5. This season was not it. Kenobi did not deserve this nom. There's a fan version on YouTube where they just like recut all of Kenobi into a 2-hour movie, and it's better than the actual series by a margin. So there's like some guys like doing like just like in his like backyard like VFX and like redoing all the VFX, and it's better. I love Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. Like, I've been a Star Wars fan since I was 3.5. I don't understand this one.
I bet they gave them Sarah Goldberg's spot. I don't really know how it worked, but I bet that's what happened. Best drama. Or
Oh,
Mark, do you
best
want
drama. Okay, I have. Well, one, wouldn't it be really funny if Andor didn't get in, but Obi-Wan did? The ones I predicted are the standard 8: Succession, Better Call Saul, White Lotus, Last of Us, Yellow Jackets, House of the Dragon, Andor, and The Crown.
I agree with that entire list.
I think you're right. I'm gonna say the list anyway. Andor, Better Call Saul, The Crown, House of the Dragon, The Last of Us, Succession, White Lotus, and Yellow Jackets.
And
Okay, good. My marathon has been on the right track.
Succession is going to win out of these, and it deserves the win. And I think it's a genuine shame because Better Call Saul was amazing, Andor was amazing. This is a pretty thick year, I think. But Succession still clears.
Best comedy, the last category. Ooh.
Barry, Ted Lasso, Marvelous Miss Maisel. Help me out here, Mark.
The Bear.
The Bear, yeah, for sure.
Only Murders in the Building. Seems to be doing pretty good. And the rest could be very contentious, but what I have is Poker Face, Shrinking. Oh, wait. Actually, did you say Abbott Elementary? Because that's absolutely in there.
Oh, yeah, I didn't say that, but yeah, for sure.
We have Abbott Elementary, Barry, The Bear, Jury Duty,
Ooh.
The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Only Murders in the Building, Ted Lasso, and Wednesday.
Wait, which one did we mention that didn't get on?
Poker Face and Shrinking. And Poker Face. Did Poker Face miss?
Poker Face was not on the list.
Huh.
Who do you think's gonna win, Mark?
Abbott Elementary. So I will be ranking each of these nominees in a future video when the Emmys eventually get released. Who knows when that's gonna happen. Wish me luck. I have a few things I need to course correct.
Sarah Goldberg, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. You're the best.